Hello guys, Nightspectre here, bringing you another League of Legends cast, and we're 0 minutes into the game. I finally found one that started at the 0 minute mark. Isn't that awesome? So of course, items are being bought. The hunters are buying Hunter's Machete and 5 health pots, as per usual. Support-wise, I'll actually change this around a little bit, so support's on the bottom. I'll put the AD carries just below. No, I'll put them here. Switch the junglers out. So there. I did it. I did the impossible. So, what I was going to say. So, one of the support players has a point in a Explorer's Ward. So, it's going to be the red team's Thresh with a very early vision. As you can see, this ward only has a 60-second cooldown. Oh no, that's actually... That explains why I thought it would be weird that Taric didn't have an Explorer's Ward. If he does have the total biscuit of rejuvenation, it would have been silly. So never mind what I said, they both have early vision, so it's blue team having vision on red team. They know where they are. They are trying to protect their own little jungle, because red team maybe wants to invade. They just placed the ward down, so I don't think neither of the teams are going to invade. Very ballsy move there by both the AD carries. They've chosen to go for a Doran's Blade. Now, it gives you health, it gives you attack damage, and it gives you a little tiny bit of lifesteal, which isn't all that bad, but considering that you have not that much sustain with the Doran's Blade, it might be a little bit cheeky. So let's go with the teams quickly. I've forgotten. It's because I've never done... Well, I did do it, but it's been a while since I've been able to cast a game that started at the 0 minute mark. So, red team then, shall we? We have Volibear in the jungle, Caitlyn and Thresh on the bottom. Thresh already collected 2 souls, so that's pretty lucky for him that one of the wolves dropped a soul. Maybe he'll be even more lucky. And, well, the blue buff will drop a soul, but he doesn't care, for it would cost experience for the Volibear, and you do not want to steal experience for your jungler, now do you? The more experience he gets, the better he can assist you in lane, so try not to steal experience from the creeps. Thank you very much. So middle will be Talon versus a Kassadin, so he should have an easy time, considering Kassadin isn't all that strong early game. Though, actually, Talon is also a melee range champion, so it might be even. I don't know. We will see. We will see eventually. Top lane will be for red team a Shen. Blue team will be an Akali, so that should be quite an easygoing lane. One Shen is, of course, level 2, which will take a while, apparently. So, Katarina bullying him for now. Though I believe that it should be alright for Shen in just a short period of time, as Thresh is getting his ass kicked. But guess what? An amazing death sentence will give him the first blood. So that's why you don't chase Thresh. It's like a blitzcrank, you just don't go near to him in tower range. It's just silly. Kassadin taking a lot of damage there as well on Talon's part, as top lane is getting jungled upon. Volibear level 3. Jarvan, level 2, Shen already bringing the aggression. No, we're going to the bottom where there's a Varus all by himself getting death sentence to the face. He used his barrier, but it is of no avail. 2 kills for bottom lane. Great play indeed. The power of the Thresh compels you. Jarvan going in onto Volibear. Oh, Katarina is able to hit him with Sinister Steel. He's going to run away though. He still probably has his passive. Yes, he does. Lucky for him, it hasn't been popped yet. Though they both need to be careful. There are a lot of minions tanking this turret. And Jarvan is not that bad at diving on the towers. However, diving a Shen and Volibear, it's kind of retarded. So I hope they don't do it. They shouldn't. Though if Volibear is gone, they might go for it. The Thresh has, of course, regened quite a bit of health. So red team, with the first blood and the secondary blood, are having 1,000 gold lead already. And it's only going to get more grim as we just continue. As Talon is getting ganked, flashes through the Dragon Strike, so he won't get knocked up. Though he is male, he should be fine, as long as he uses protection. It's still not over yet for Talon though, for Jarvan wants to go one other round. Will he be able to get him now? Well, if the force pull is able to land off Kassadin, he doesn't have the mana for it apparently, so he will just back off. Volibear is close by as well, only still level 3, his blue buff has been long gone, same for Jarvan's red. Volibear going in onto Kassadin though, rolling thunder, Kassadin already flashing away, it will be a kill, assist to Volibear though, Jarvan now trying to do something, but you can't do anything Jarvan, it's 2v1 and it's a Volibear, you did pop his passive though, that I like a lot. Maybe he might be able to go for the Talon kill if Talon is a little bit cheeky and forgets the amount of damage that the Jarvan is able to do, if he's able to hit his Demacian standard on your face. Volibear now going to the bottom, not too sure why the dynamic camera didn't care. Thresh with an amazing hook, but flashed away as well by the Varus, as Jarvan is going to find himself a very easy kill, I might say. I don't know why the Talon thought it would be smart to just blink towards him. He maybe thought that the Demacian standard would have been casted at the same time he used his dash, so it would have thrown the Jarvan off guard, but Jarvan didn't want any of it. He knew Jarvan was able to jump with, that Talon was able to jump with his cutthroat, so he decided, I'm gonna wait until he uses cutthroat, and then I'm gonna place my Demacian standard. There's no point in me trying to hit something that might run away if he doesn't have flash anyway. Jarvan did still have flash, so it would have been very hard for Talon to get away in the first place. Talon? Talon. Say it like you mean it, Nightspectre. Well, I mean this. It's going to be a dazzle on the face of the Thresh, and he is getting knocked on. He is trying to flay the enemies away, but it will be a kill for Varus nevertheless. Great team play. Of course, that's the power of a Taric. You cannot dodge his stun. Well, the only way to dodge is not to get in range of the dazzle, but it's so dazzling, it's hard not to. Still, a 700 gold lead for red team. Blue team is trying to do whatever it is in their power to try and make the best out of it, and they're doing quite a good job. Still, Caitlyn hasn't gone back yet. She is sitting on a lot of money. Farm-wise, she is even ahead. So this is a very bad sign for Varus. Of course, now that Thresh is gone, he might be able to farm a little bit better. Who knows? Not me. Katarina bought herself a Giant's Belt. So that's quite awesome. She is, of course, going for the tanky bruiser Tpackk, which is quite good. Her base stats on her damage are quite high, and then Caitlyn again taking huge amounts of damage, but it is now the rolling thunder from the Volibear that will make it rain. Pain, that is. Varus trying to do as much damage as possible, though the piercing arrow did not hit. Or did it? I don't think so. I didn't saw any damage on Caitlyn. Maybe it was blocked by a lantern of Thresh. Who knows? Shen actually now able to do a lot of damage onto Akali. Of course, she isn't going AP more tanky. She will have AP after a while, though I think she will rush the Sunfire Cape just to get that increased damage. Shen using a Shadow Dash, which might be dangerous. He needs to keep that safe in order to prevent Katarina from using her Death Lotus. Of course, it was just under the tower, so he thought, I can use my Shadow Dash. She won't attack me under the tower, and she wouldn't. So, great play on Shen's part, doing a lot of damage on Katarina. Katarina no longer able to bully him. Talking about bullying, Kassadin is getting bullied hard by, well, Talon, and I can't really blame him. Cutthroat is so annoying for a Kassadin. They both have a silence ability, though Kassadin is a sphere that gets launched, so there is still a travel time on that null sphere. Oh, Cataclysm being used, though immediately dispersed for. That's going to be a stand united by Shen. Flash away, but oh my god, during the Rift Walk, the Taunt was able to hit. Amazing. If Kassadin was only able to just a little earlier Rift Walk away, he would have been fine. Then again, they should have expected the stand united to be off cooldown, and they kinda did, because Jarvan really made his Cataclysm disappear very fast. He should have gotten an idea what was going on. Volibear trying to do some damage onto Katarina whilst Shen was going on top, but Katarina didn't want any of that, so she runs away. Oh, I can click the ward? Come on. It doesn't work, like half of the time. It's not true. The only time it doesn't work is when enemies are just stacking on top of that ward and you're not able to click it. Ooh, bit of a pacemaker, almost doing enough damage, though the minions plus Taric were able to reduce the damage by just a little bit, making it so that it was enough. Because I think if a pure pit of a pacemaker would have hit during that part of the game. Very nice dazzle there, making Caitlyn tank a whole lot of turret shots there. Way too many, I might say. She will die probably. One auto attack from minions would give the kill. A very nice dark passage though, making it so that Caitlyn can escape. Volibear is in the rear as well, so she should be fine. A little misplay on Caitlyn's part, as that damn cutthroat is being so annoying for the Kassadin. Taric wants to go for it, but he's all by himself versus 3. He's going to get the dark pass. It's not dark passive, it's that sentence, Nightspectre. Yes, and he got it on his face. However, Volibear will not be able to heal under those damn tainted hail of arrows. They reduce your healing, and well, if you can't heal, you can't feel. Caitlyn escaping with just a slither of health. It's going to be Talon trying to go for a cheeky kill, but there is a ward over there. Very weird that there is. Very good play there by Jarvan, making it so that he can disappear though. Of course, Talon is very good at doing massive amounts of damage. Very good barrier being used there, however, by Varus, so it might be a little turnaround. Well, at the very least, nobody died. Kassadin is of course coming, and he is a Kassadin. He can rift walk quite fast, so Thresh needs to go immediately. Kassadin has been spotted by a ward. Thresh wants none of it, and he's going away, so no one will die. Isn't that jolly? Red team does have double the amounts of kills of blue team. It's only 3 to 6, so it's not that detrimental, but it will stack. Red team, yes, red team might be able to snowball because of this. Though keep in mind that Katarina is still a factor to be reckoned with. She hasn't been in team fights as of yet because of course she's a top laner, as Caitlyn might get caught here. She gets slowed by the hail of arrows, but a good 90 caliber net makes it so that she gets away, as I put a Caitlyn accent on. Ah, fake English, isn't that alrighty then? Well, I'm not English to begin with, so I can do a fake accent all I want. Volibear going top as Katarina is falling fairly low. She does manage to hit the Sinister Steel because, of course, the Shen was right on top of her. Will the Ignite kill her? She will die to the Ignite. Volibear does not get the assist. He might have been able to finish it off either way, so very great play by Shen, nevertheless, winning his lane against the almighty Katarina. As predicted, Katarina wanted to go for a Sunfire Cape, but because she is lacking in gold, she just bought herself an Amplifying Tome. They're going in onto Talon, but who is going in on who exactly? A very nice bait indeed by Red Team. Kassadin will probably get away, as well as Jarvan, so thank God you're a Kassadin, or else you would have died. Great play by both teams, considering that a lot of ultimates have been burnt there for Red Team, and well, Blue Team lost anyone. They didn't use a single ultimate. Though pings are going down for Dragons, so that will give another 1,000 gold to Red Team, making it so that their lead will increase by 4,000 gold. Well, by 1,000 gold, but it will increase to 4,000 gold. Yeah, this is gonna be a close one. I don't think that Blue Team are going to prevent this. Jarvan is good at stealing Dragon, but I don't think it's worth it. And he is just going to back away. Well, it would have been worth it, but it would have been too hard to try. Keep in mind, Thresh was there as well. If he managed to hit you with Death Sentence, you aren't able to smite. And then you're just a prey for Red Team, and you don't want Red Team to snowball even harder. Blue Team is doing a good job containing them, though. They probably both will have a tower. I'm not too sure how much on top. Yeah, that tower is gone. So it will be a tower for a tower. Caitlyn is actually a little bit out of position, though she should be fine. I don't know. They have a ward there, so they should back off. They have a dark passage as well, so Caitlyn trolling just a little bit. It's such a fun thing to do, clicking that ward. I can't help it. Every time the ward is there, I want to click it. Even though at sometimes it's better not to click it. I still want to click it, because it's fun. It's only fun if they run or float away by clicking on a ward. Talon will get himself a blue. Kassadin still does not have his. I thought they were on... Oh no, of course not. Jarvan started with red, Volibear started with blue, so it will take a small time for... Oh, guess what? Dazzle hitting there. It's going to be a lot of damage onto Caitlyn. She can't move. Place your banner down, Jarvan. Place it down. It would have given you an assist, mate. Well, anyway, they will probably get a tower out of this. It's 3v1. Thresh will not be able to stop this. If he does, then he's a baller. He's going to get real close, trying to destroy as many minions as possible, but they are turning his aggression all around to the Thresh. He does manage to flash out of the Cataclysm and is able to death sentence a Jarvan. Will he be able to get the kill? Jarvan flashing away. Oh, barely surviving. This will be a kill onto Thresh, though. He did manage to exhaust the Varus, but he was able to just barrier himself alive. If that is possible, well, he did. They're both backing away, a little bit too scared that Caitlyn might just put an ace. Ooh, almost walked on a trap there. Though, of course, Caitlyn is still far away. I'm just imagining the pressure they would feel. So, Katarina did destroy her tower. She does ignore her top tower, making it so that if they are not able to catch mid, it's not really worth going top. Oh my god, she gets silenced. She is going to use her Death Lotus. The silence on Talon does wreck the house. The Ignite should get the kill, so it's a 1-for-1. All is fine. If Kassadin is able to get a lot of kills, he will be such a huge factor. You don't want to know it. He's such a good assassin. Of course, so is Talon. So it will be who will silence first game, which is quite a cheeky game considering that Kassadin is able to Rift Walk. So he might be able to cast the silence from a place Talon doesn't see coming. We shall see. Though of course, as I said before, Cutthroat of Talon is instant, so it will be quite hard for Kassadin to survive. Kassadin will buy apparently an early Hourglass. Azonia's Hourglass. Don't know why I couldn't remember that one. Death Sentence is going to hit straight on the Talon. He is flashing away outside of the flay. Now it's going to be Taric just running and raking havoc. It's going to be Stand United being used there onto the, well, apparently a good town on Katarina. There is a ward placed down, but I don't think Shen needs it. It was a great play by both teams. For now, it's going to be a very good binding on Varus onto the Shen. Shen managed to get away, and there's no support coming down. The junglers are too far away. The mid laners aren't there, so both teams decide to back away. Jesus, that was close for both teams. Of course, Shen is a huge factor if he has his Stand United ready to pop. Caitlyn still has ace in the hole though, so they might need to be careful. It is able to do quite a bursty amount of damage as Talon and Volibear are coming from the top. There's going to be a recall there by Katarina. I'm not too certain what they are doing. They are getting surprised. A very good dazzle by the Taric. And yeah, that will be Taric immediately dying now. Kassadin and Jarvan are there. Caitlyn is fairly low. Katarina is able to get away. Jarvan jumps on top of the Caitlyn. She uses her barrier. No, that wasn't a barrier. That was an Iron Locket of the Solari. Great usage there by Volibear, who is wrecking the house. He gets a kill. Silence onto Katarina. Her Death Lotus gets interrupted. It will be a double kill for Volibear, playing amazingly for his team, as Kassadin was able to get Caitlyn from far away, and he wants more. Is he able to get it though? He's too low on mana. The Death Sentence will make the kill happen, and well, Thresh escaping with just a slither of health as well. But in the end, great plays by Red Team. It was a little bit of a pity that Caitlyn managed to survive for so long, making it so that Kassadin had to go and chase her down, get the kill onto her, and then go back. Maybe if Kassadin was there at the entirety of the team fight, whilst Katarina was fighting Volibear and stuff, it would have been more able to get more kills out of it. Then again, Caitlyn wouldn't have died. So sometimes you have to choose what is best. I don't know. They are the pro players. I consider that Kassadin did the best choice, made the best choice, got the kill onto the Caitlyn because of it. She didn't get to use her ace in the hole, so that's good. Jarvan now has a Locket of the Orange Solari as well. Did he buy it just recently? Nope, he actually got it in the beginning of that team fight. I didn't saw him using it. Though maybe he died a little bit too early as my mouse goes crazy. Not too sure if they want to go on into this one. The damage of Katarina might be high. Thresh is coming though, but so is Kassadin. And guess who is faster? It is probably Kassadin. The false pearl slowing down everyone. The healing is not enough for Volibear. Will Talon be able to get a double kill out of this? Well, he does manage to get one. Death Sentence being used on Kassadin will make it so that he needs to Rift Walk very far away. That was a far Rift Walk. And guess how? Flash was in between that Rift Walk. I couldn't even see it. It happened so quickly. So then, it's a 1-for-1. Plays are being made by both teams. It's a very exciting game. Blue team is actually pulling a little bit closer to Red team. It was a 4,000 gold lead. Now it's getting closer to a 3,000 gold lead. So apparently blue team isn't doing anything wrong. And why wouldn't they? They can shut down players, and that will give them, as you can see, they shut down I think Talon. Nope, they shut down the Volibear, making it so that they get a lot of money out of it. So getting kills in the game isn't all that bad, all that good. Bad. What am I, a 90s kid? I am. But if the enemy team is able to kill you, they will get money out of it as well. So in the end, the best way to get ahead is by farming minions. That's why the pros are all into it. And as you can see, that is what red team is doing as well. So all in all, red team is of course doing great. Though I'm just saying there is still hope for you, blue team. If you are able to get the kills onto your enemies, they will suffer. And you will reign eternally. Or maybe something like that. Item-wise, Katarina, of course, has her Sunfire Cape. So, the earlier, of course, you get your Sunfire Cape, the better, because it has a base damage. It used to have a base damage of 40. Yes, it still does. So, that's 40 damage, and that doesn't increase by level. So, the earlier you have it, the better, because 40 damage in the beginning of the game is more than in the end. Because the players have less HP and all that stuff. I don't need to explain that. She has it quite late, I must say. She could have gotten it way earlier, decided to go for the Sorcerer's Shoes first. We shall see. Of course, Magic Penetration does increase your damage as well, but she kind of needed that item just to negate the damage of Talon, of Volibear, a little bit of Shen as well, and it will increase her counter pushing towards the Shen, because Shen is of course never going to leave top lane. Kassadin going in onto Talon, Stand United being used there. Kassadin should be able to rift walk away, but he isn't, so he is now going to die. Katarina not using a Death Lotus, she will now, but they realize they need to get away. She has nowhere to shampoo to, she will die. If only she had shampoo. Well, what can you expect with that long hair? Oh, Shen going in with a Shadow Dash, going into 3 all by himself. He gets dazzled, but at least he made it so that the turret on the middle has been destroyed. So the outer middle turret destroyed, the first one in the game. People say that the middle outer turret is one of the most important turrets in the game. And I agree. And it's true. Because of course the middle will give you a lot more initiation possibilities from the jungle. As you can see, Caitlyn is now not scared at all. Hits a perfect 19 at caliber there and will just walk away like a boss. So then, I did say that blue team was doing a good job containing red team, but that last team fight went so out of control. Kassadin was not able to do anything. The silences and crowd control were apparently too perfect. He couldn't even rift walk. Do you even rift Kassadin? Apparently not. Pings are coming from all over the place as Talon and Volibear are approaching from the rear. Though, actually from the tribush. Katarina is standing on a ward though. It might be dangerous because Thresh might be able to land a blind, well, quote-unquote, blind death sentence. In the end, they decide to back off. Well, probably because Dragon is about to spawn. I might be able to see when. A surrender vote actually failed there on blue team's part. And it's going to be Katarina getting caught, getting silenced, is able to just shampoo away. Now it's going to be an amazing ultimate by Varus, getting everyone. Katarina is just able to use her Death Lotus non-stop. She does get knocked by the flail, but this is an amazing fight with blue team. Kassadin now getting the kill. Talon was able to get away, but as well, Taric got the kill onto Volibear. Talon managed to get away, blue team. Don't make me repeat myself. You already did, didn't you? Bastards. So this is an amazing play for blue team. This is what they needed. They'll probably get a turret out of this. Maybe a kill if Talon decides to stay behind. And he doesn't. Well, Kassadin wants to do some damage, but it wasn't enough. The turret has been destroyed. Blue team can still press on to take some objectives, though. Dragon isn't spawning as of yet. It would have been awesome if it did, though it might have been dangerous. And as you can see, if Shen isn't there in the fight, it is all in blue team's favor. So Shen is a huge factor. The next team fight though, Stand United, will be off cooldown. So blue team needs to make notice of that. Which is weird because no, never mind. I thought Shen was at the bottom, but it wasn't. It was Volibear and Talon that went to the bottom. Of course, together with Thresh and Caitlyn, who were already there. Nevertheless, amazing team fight for blue team. Then again, their gold is still 3,000 gold, so they are doing a very good job. They are 3,000 gold behind. they were almost 6,000 gold behind. So, great plays. Great plays. This game is going to last for a lifetime, isn't it? Well, I don't care, but I am going to drink if that's going to be the case. Always make that sound so people know you drank something. Though you might have heard my glub 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 sounds. I don't know. We shall see. Blue team are messing in the middle. I wonder how they are going to play this. They do have the piercing arrow of Varus. Is that enough poke to start commencing pushing lanes? I don't know. It's quite dangerous to push a lane, but they have to do something, for Shen will just remain top and try to push as hard as he can. After he gets the golems, of course, not to show why. He's a Shen. Play like a Shen. So I think now is going to be a little stalemate between the teams, because both of them are quite scared of each other. Shen has a stand united, so blue team in no way wants to initiate, because every time they tried, Shen stood united and killed everyone. Well, with the help of his team. So it's probably going to be a wait around for the dragon to spawn, and when he does, it's going to be a dragon dance and then an amazing team fight. How can it not be? Considering we saw these guys play, they've been playing amazingly. So there should be an amazing fight, as Jarvan tried to scare away the Caitlyn, but it didn't work. Dragon is standing there. The wards are all gone, so that's quite funny. Pink wards being placed down by Thresh though, so it's going to be red team with the advantage. Blue team hasn't been able to get a single dragon, and the red team were able to get 2. Are they able to get 3? We shall see. Blue team is in a good position though. They are being spotted by the pink wards of Thresh. And I'm standing on top of this ward, aren't I? Yes, I am. Oh my god, it's an amazing speedster Shen. Getting everyone with his taunt there. They are able to back away, but oh my god, the Varus ultimate is pretty much getting everyone. Caitlyn was soaked because of it. Katarina gets all their cooldown resets possible. And it's going to be a great team fight. Nevertheless, Flash is being used just to chase down. They want the ace. Will they get it? False burst missing. Shadow dashes away, the Shen does. And it will be the first dragon of the game for blue team. They earned it. They did this amazingly. Shen came from nowhere with his home guard boots, trying to get a quick kill onto the enemies, but guess what? Blue team who didn't want any of that. Varus was able to get away. Of course, he had to use his flash for it, but then he shot his chain of corruptions onto the Caitlyn. Too bad she died immediately, because that chain would have pretty much gotten everyone. But at least the burst damage from it, as well as, of course, Kassadin just jumping on top of her, and Jarvan. Blue team has an amazing jump potential. You could say so does red team. Well, it's Talon and Shen that are able to jump onto you, but Shen wasn't there. He tried to jump on the Varus, but Jarvan was able to just zone away the rest of his allies, so he couldn't. He was all by himself, and therefore he almost died. He needed to back away. And once he backed away to his team, Varus just shot his chain of corruption. And, well, that turned out to be quite ugly. So an amazing fight. Nevertheless, blue team are almost able to pull ahead onto red team. They only need a single kill, maybe, and they will be able to achieve greatness. Shen did manage to steal blue for Caitlyn. He does get dazzled, but it's only a dazzle. It's outrageous. Jarvan going in onto Shen. He's not the target you want. Maybe they don't have vision. Well, they probably don't. This is the surprise. They aren't waiting for Cataclysm being used there by Jarvan, making it so that Caitlyn is such an easy target for Katarina. She needs to flash away. The chains of corruption missing there, but Katarina should be able to shampoo ever so closely. She does get death sentence. She's going to flash. Sinister Steel gets the kill onto Katarina. She is able to get away. I mean the Caitlyn, of course, and Katarina will die, but with pride. Blue team again able to turn the impossible around. Thresh able to survive the null sphere. Amazing indeed. Ignite will get the kill onto Volibear. Unstoppable going onto the Varus' name. And he wears it with pride. Kassadin is going for the chase. Again onto Shen. Shen has full energy, so he is going to shadow dash away. They're trying to get the Talon. He was silenced. They will get the kill onto Kassadin. The bleed will be enough. Jarvan with one more auto attack should get the kill. Will he be able to just Dragon Lance away? Well, I guess not, because Talon, well, he used a health potion, so he is able to escape, as well as Shen. So, a little bit too cheeky there by blue team, but nevertheless, a great fight. Though I think it was a 2-for-2 in the end, so Yeah, a great fight, nevertheless, but still, they shouldn't have chased so hard onto the Talon. Maybe it would have been wiser for Kassadin to go for the Thresh. He did went for the Caitlyn earlier on in the game, and as I said before, that made it so that his team lost the team fight. So now he thought, well, nope, I can't go for the Thresh. Maybe the same will happen. My team might die. But I thought that blue team really had control in that team fight, so it wouldn't have been an issue if Kassadin would have tried to chase the Thresh, tried to get an extra kill. Nevertheless, it was an amazing turnaround for blue team. I didn't expect them to be able to turn that around because the entirety of red team was pretty much there. Around the corner, they didn't expect a thing. Jarvan didn't doubt at all. He immediately cataclysmed on top of the Thresh and Caitlyn, so Thresh wasn't able to play as a Thresh wants to play. Just go in with the death sentence, use his ultimate to pretty much do the same thing as Jarvan. But Jarvan can just click on your face and he will jump upon you. Thresh needs to land his death sentence. Of course, he could also flash ult, but that would be a little bit insane, wouldn't it? Blue team trying to be cheeky, dancing around the Baron. They are just clearing rods. Of course, Taric has bought himself an oracles. They need to back away apparently. Pings are going down. Krejzyl, ooh, he could have really hit his chain of corruption there, but then again, you need very good team coordination to make that happen. And keep in mind, this is solo queue. So, blue team are turning this around. They're still 1,000, well, about 2,000 gold behind, but they are trying everything within their power to set this game straight. Amazingly so, it's still everybody's game, and you can see that the way that both teams are playing. They're being so careful. Any mistake could turn this game around for the worse and make it snowball out of control, because I'm pretty sure whoever is able to win the next team fight will either get a Baron out of it, or maybe be able to push down at least the inner turrets and maybe even an inhibitor turret. Depends on, of course, where the fight is being held and the amount of players that die. Taric still has his oracles. Let's check out for how long, because, well, still a pretty long time. It is able to work for 5 minutes. They are clearing the final ward. Red team now needs to be very paranoid. Talon isn't close though. He wanted to do blue first. He now did it. Blue team still hasn't started with the Baron because, hey, red team has all the wards in the world, baby. I have a sightstone. I will use it. A ruby sightstone as I burped. Pardonnez-moi. Ooh, they have perfect vision. Their pings are going down on Kassadin. They say, Kassadin, get away. It's dangerous. But Kassadin was like, dude, Riftwalk. Seriously. Though, of course, Shen has proven before that he is able to taunt you mid-Riftwalk and you will just walk back to him. So, maybe his team was right, saying, you be careful, Kassadin. Itemization, let's talk about that. For Relay, Andrew's Torment has been bought by Katarina, giving her health, so she's still quite tanky for an AP caster. And of course, the amounts of magic penetration and that passive burn effect that you get, very good disable there on Varus' part, will make it so it does huge damage. The more HP your enemies are stacking, the more likely your AP carry needs to buy Liandry's Torment. It is the Blade of the Ruined King for AP casters, but not as overpowered. Talking about Blade of the Ruined King, of course Varus has bought himself one, so poor old Shen won't be as tanky as he wants to be. He might go for a Frozen Mallet. It is a great item on Shen. He does have the Phage already, and well, Frozen Mallet isn't all that great, but considering that once he's able to taunt you and to auto-attack you, you will be permanently slowed. You will not be able to escape from him, especially Varus. Varus does not have any escape mechanism except for his flash. So if his flash is burnt and Shen is afterwards just able to attack him, Varus will not be able to escape him. Though I must say, Shen, buy yourself a Randuin's Omen or maybe a Frozen Heart. It would be very good, for then you will be able to slow down the attack speed of Varus, making it so that you can kill him, pretty much, or at least your team. Jarvan is a very good example for this. Jarvan did buy the Randuin's Omen, so whenever he's able to use his Cataclysm on Caitlyn, he will pop it, making it so that her attack speed is slowed down tremendously. And then of course Kassadin will Riftwalk on her face together with Katarina and she will die, because the jump potential of blue team is just insane. Bonkers boo. Actually, Shen hasn't died yet, now that I see it. Amazing. Well, Shen has been playing quite wonderfully. Though it means that he has a bounty on his head. So if they're able to kill him, I think blue team might finally be able to pull ahead. Though they are slightly pulling ahead. Farming those wards from red team apparently is very good. Jarvan wants to go in onto Caitlyn. She does find him. He didn't pop his random Zoman as of yet. But because the damage he dealt on top of her, they think we can do a Baron out of this. Ward it up and we're going for it. The Taric has an Oracles once again, so he is just going to clear wards eternally. They might be able to bait this out, but guess what, Jarvan? There's still a ward there. Shen has been spotted on the bottom, so he needs to recall immediately. He does have Stand United, though. Taric is not too close by. No, his Oracles is just gone.
Ah, that's a pity indeed. A pity grandioso.
Pings again, going down onto the Baron. Blue team really wants to go for it. They're tired of the stalemate. And quite frankly, so am I. I've been talking nonsense the entire time. Red team is just standing there. That's just ballsy. They don't care. We're standing here. Baron has been initiated by blue team. Blue team immediately backs off, for Kassadin was too far away. Completely out of position thanks to the split pushing of Shen. Blue team needs to do something now, or else Shen will start onto their inhibitor turrets. Jarvan is tired of this. He's going in. He backs off. Volibear gets the Stand United on top of his face. He's going in on pretty much everyone. Who will survive the longest? Will it be Jarvan or will it be Shen combined with Volibear? Apparently Volibear changed his attention around. They got the Kassadin. Oh my god, Katarina's just able to shampoo pretty much everyone. Her death floater should be off cooldown. She is using it. One more shampoo should get the kill onto Volibear, but she walks on a trap. Kassadin is still alive. Ooh, it was Varus that got slain. Oh, I was mistaken. Sorry, so it was Varus that got slain by the Shen pylon with the Talon. But of course, Kassadin is able to one-shot you at this point of the game, so you need to focus him as well. But the focus was amazing on blue team's part. The Jarvan did such a great job keeping the Caitlyn away from the team, making it so that then Katarina as well could jump on top of her when she was low on HP, getting all the resets she needed, giving them the Baron at the very end. So that's the power of a Katarina. If your team is low and she decides to go, well, things are going to snow. Ball out of control. Yeah, I'm trying to rhyme, but it's not working out. Blue team, finally, first time in the game, are ahead on red team. So this is quite awesome. A celebration, one might say. Then another thing we might say is, how is red team going to get out of this? What do they need to do? Well, quite frankly, I don't think they need to change their style of split pushing and then use the Stand United to fight, because it's a very wonderful tool to have. Maybe they can go Fnatic style and try to split push. They aren't that far behind. 37 minutes into the game and a 2000 gold differentiation isn't much. It's barely anything. You can look at the items. Kassadin has an amazing item pool, though you can say the same for Talon. He does have Sarah's Embrace though, so that will make him a little bit more tankier. He's going in onto Shen. Shen probably doesn't care. Click the watch, Shen. It's so fun. Yes, indeed. So now, yeah. Mouse. Yes. You're cute. So I think, well, blue team needs to do something with their Baron buff. They need to push probably middle. It's just fun to push middle. They could go for bottom, but because bottom is pushed so hard, they need to go for middle. A huge minion wave is coming from top though, so if they're able to kill those minions and then change their direction to the top turret, as their pings are probably saying that they're going to do, then they are able to get a turret out of this. Then again, the top lane isn't really the most interesting lane because it's the closest lane to the Baron, so if an enemy team needs to push a lane because super minions are pushing in, they don't mind pushing the top lane as a team fight is about to erupt. Katarina is being taunted though, but she is so tanky, she's just surviving anything. Deathload is within the Cataclysm. That should be a title for the next Harry Potter book. It's going to be a lot of damage again. Oh my god, the binding hitting the Talon. He is able to use his ultimate to get away though. And it's going to be Katarina jumping on the Thresh, tanking a lot of turrets. She should have. Well, nope, I don't think she has enough damage. She's going to die. She's going to die the worst death possible. And it's going to be Thresh shutting down the Katarina. Maybe it was her intention though. Remember this, she had a huge bounty on top of her head. And she gave the kill to a support. Was it worth it? I don't know. We shall see. Or maybe she was just stupid and I'm just overthinking stuff like always. Anyway, Talon going in with Speedster mode, using the rake to do as much damage as possible, but Jarvan doesn't care, quite frankly. Caitlyn, of course, she does, but she gets slowed down by the hail of arrows. And I think blue team will just be able to get away. Talon not able to rake the Varus, who is of course slow. But then again, he can slow as well. So as long as he's able to hit, it's going to be the turnaround. No, an amazing cutthroat by Talon. Was able to dodge the standard, but it wasn't enough. Caitlyn got slowed together with the random Zoman, or was it just the golden ages from the Jarvan? We will never know. He jumps on top of both. Thresh is there to shield him down. It's going to be Thunderclouds used. Oh my god, Cataclysm gets the kill. And a great usage of the thing of the Iron Solari. The thing of the Iron Solari. I can't say it. Shen is going to taunt in. Will he be able to get the kill onto Jarvan? Well, the Flay says he will. Shen is, of course, taking huge amounts of damage on Varus. He does have Blade of the Ruined King, so that's a lot of health being percentually burnt. Dazzle will give the kill to the Taric. To the Taric. Ace for blue team. Is going to be the surrender for red team. Consider this, at the 22nd minute mark, blue team almost surrendered. It was one guy that said, no, we still got it. Well, actually, it were two guys that said, guys, we still got it. We will go for it. We can win. Guess what? They can. Never give up. Never give in. Fight for your freedom and you're gonna win. Whatever that means. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed. I did. I most certainly did. It was an amazing game. And I will see you next time. Whatever it is I'll do, whenever it is I'll do it. Goodbye, and thank you for watching.